Good morning. It is, let's see, Saturday. Oh, it feels so good to be sleeping in on a Saturday morning. It's May 17th, 2025. We are very soon rounding out the end of the school year. There's lots of end-of-year festivities happening, celebrations for seniors that are graduating, and my one of the celebrations that I get to be part of today is not as a teacher, but as a proud dad. It's pretty awesome. My kids are not graduating this year, but I do have a child that is taking part in drama, and she has been doing some awesome things in drama. And there's like an award ceremony. Sort of like the Tonys, right? The Emmys, that kind of thing. Well, that's for movies, but you understand what I mean. Oscars, but it's for stage plays. And, it's like just a fun, recognition of all the awesome things these kids have done over the course of this school year, which is just amazing. So anyway, I'm proud of my daughter. She's really awesome. She does a lot of amazing things and succeeds at everything she does. Just really awesome. She holds the bar very high for herself. As a dad and my wife as a mom, we haven't really needed to prod to get her to do things. She just like makes a bar to jump over and jumps way over it. It's just really cool. So I'm proud of her. Today in the puzzles, let's dive in and see what we can find. All right. Often Saturday mornings, Sunday mornings even, the weekend puzzles tend to be a little trickier. So let's see how tricky this has to be. We'll see what happens. In the connections, we're creating 4 groups of 4. And I see macaroni, animal, king, male, ruler, scooter, plant, emperor, beaker, bacteria, commerce, syringe, fungus, signature, chin strap, and protractor. Wow. These are all over the place. Okay, so like protractor, ruler, these are measurement devices. A beaker is a measurement. Does it have markings on the side? Syringe has markings on the side. I feel like a beaker does too. Maybe I'm wrong here. Graduated instruments. Great. They have markings of measurement on them. Awesome. Yeah, we're just here having fun. If you're going to spam the chat, you're out of here, okay? Just letting you know. Thank you. All right, let's see. Macaroni and cheese. Stuck a feather in his cap, called it macaroni. Yep. See, this is why we're. That was fun while it lasted, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay. Well, some people don't learn. Okay. Mail. Send something in the mail. Signature. King. I see emperor and king. Well, there's the plant kingdom, the animal kingdom, the fungus kingdom. Is that a kingdom? And bacteria. These are classifications of living things, right? Members of a kingdom in taxonomy. Great. Chin strap is a kind of, I mean, you put it's a helmet, right? It'll have a helmet on it, but also You could have, you know, a chin strap beard. They look weird. I don't like that look, but some people have a chin strap beard. Mail order, mailman, macaroni man, signature, emperor. I feel like emperor and king, signature and commerce, they sound like very official things. Well, mail sounds official too. So how are they related? Macaroni, noodle, scooter noodle. We could try this. Okay, it's not even one away, so we're not even close. I do feel like king and emperor go together. Hey, Battle. Hey, Yus. How you doing? Macaroni. Man, I'm going to shuffle these. Just see. I'm great. It's early on a Saturday morning. We're just doing puzzles for fun. I've got a couple of fun things going on later in the day. Celebrating it's the end of the school year. We're celebrating all the kids that have done awesome things. And then actually later in the day, my band has a gig. It's going to be fun. I am from the United States. I think that's all you need to know. Sometimes people get way too specific. I would rather not dox myself. So, let's see. King. Chainmail. Chain scooter. Email chain. Oh gosh. Let me think. Is it the flag of Turkey? I want to say Turkey. I wish I knew my flags better. Commerce. Chamber. My goodness. I'm really struggling with this one. Macaroni salad. Scooter salad. No, there's no scooter salad. Commerce department. Mail department. Macaroni is like an elbow. Elbow macaroni. It's like a curve. Chin strap is a curve. A signature is curvy. I'm grasping at straws here. I'm throwing away guesses here. It's not even close. Crud. All right, we'll shuffle one more time. Chin strap. Do these have like words hidden inside them? That's how it was yesterday. I see in some of these. Yeah, I have no idea. I'm really grasping at straws here. Chin strap. In. Whatever, I'll guess it. Oh, it is one away. Oh, wow. Okay. But what is the one? I have no idea. I might not get it today. I will likely not get it today. So, knowing that those are one away, then in theory these ones are also one away. Emperor is like the leader. Chamber of Commerce. Mailman, mailroom. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. What? Sorry, what? Kinds of penguins and e-things? E-scooter, e-signature? Good heavens. Well, that was a tough one. Graduated instruments, the green category. Beaker, protractor, ruler, and syringe, things that have measurements on them. Member of a kingdom in taxonomy. There's animal kingdom, bacteria, fungus, and plant kingdom. Kinds of penguins. Chin strap penguin, I've never heard of that. Emperor penguin, I have heard of them. King penguin, I don't know. And I'm sorry, what? A macaroni penguin? I gotta look that up. That sounds too goofy to be correct. That's called a macaroni penguin. It looks like here, I'll show you. Those are macaroni penguins apparently. That looks like Hopper from The Pebble and the Penguin. I don't know. I thought I was well versed on penguins, but I guess not. Macaroni penguin. Why would you call it that? That doesn't make any sense. I don't know. And who's the other one? Chin strap. Yeah, I'm going to look up chin strap. Chin strap penguin. Oh. That's so funny. They all have just here, attach. There we go. They all have a little chin strap attached to their their markings. Huh. That's so funny. They each have this very distinct mark right here. Chin strap. Well, that's a new one for me. I am not well versed on penguins, and I think that's maybe how a lot of people got out this time. And then e-things. I guess I could have gotten this one too, right? E-commerce, email, e-scooter, and e-signature. I have never ever gotten onto an e-scooter before. I don't know. I just don't need to rent a scooter for any reason. And then e-signature. I could see that. E-signature. Whether I agree with the findings or not is another thing. All right. Today in the mini crossword, it's not so mini. Holy cow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 across. Gee. By 6 down. Okay, there's going to be some long words in this not so mini crossword. Link in blank. Oh, I know. People say link in bio. Promotional catchphrase on social media. They're ground in a coffee grinder. Probably beans. Bike rider's headwear. Well, I hope a bike rider is wearing a helmet. Helmets. Riders, S apostrophe means plural. Variety of tomato whose name is also a meat. Oh, I do know this one. This is a beefsteak tomato. Shoe spec that describes this puzzle. Okay, and then the question mark means it's a gimmick answer, right? Shoe spec. Well, it's wide. Is it the width? Is it the... I don't know. We'll come back. It's a long one. Nine letters long. Cha-ching. Nothing to it. I don't know. That was easy. Something. Church spot where bats hang out. That's the belfry. Or is that with a Y? That's either an E or a Y. I'm going to say fry. Belfry. The first 3 words of Green Eggs and Ham, straight from the narrator. I am Sam. Sam I am. Boxing punch combo. The 1-2 punch. Pow, pow. Purple slices in a salad. Oh, that's beets. Beets are delicious. Oktoberfest glass. That's a stein. Prefix with decimal encoding. Hexadecimal. Those are the numbers 0 through F. Yes, F is a number in hexadecimal. One name hit singer with 1985's Smooth Operator. Smooth Operator. But who is the name? I don't know what the name is. Okay, we'll come back to it. Spelling, how about spelling bee? And then paper with the answers, the key. Right, a teacher will have a answer key. All right, so shoe specs that describe this puzzle. Extra wide, clever. And then cha-ching, nothing to it. Easy money. Easy money. Nice. Cool, we did it in just about 3 minutes, even though it was kind of a bigger puzzle. Okay. Sade. Yeah, I don't know who Sade is. I know that song. It's kind of a yacht rock classic, but didn't know that name. Link in bio. Promotional catchphrase on social media. They're ground in a coffee grinder. Beans. Coffee beans. Bike riders headwear. Hopefully they're wearing helmets. A variety of tomato whose name is also a meat. Beefsteak. Oh, and beefsteak tomatoes are really good. They're huge. They fit really nicely on a slice of bread for a sandwich. Even just a tomato sandwich, right? You just have lettuce, tomato, a little bacon or something. Oh, so good. Beefsteak tomato. Shoe spec. That also describes this puzzle. Extra wide. Definitely. It also kind of looks like a toe, I guess. It's wide. Cha-ching, nothing to it. Easy money. Church spot where bats hang out. The belfry. And I was wondering if it was an E or a Y on the end. I'm glad I put a Y, because that is actually correct. Belfry. The first 3 words of Green Eggs and Ham, straight from the narrator. I am Sam. Sam I am. Shade. Oh, is it Shade? Really? Kath, thank you. I had no idea. Boxing punch combo. 1-2 punch. Purple slices in a salad. Beets. Oktoberfest glass. A stein. Prefix with decimal encoding. Hexadecimal. Those are all the numbers from 0 through F. Colors in Photoshop and other programs are listed as hexadecimal codes. So you can, if there's a color you like, you copy down that random code of letters and numbers, and it's not so random. It's universal across anything that has that color palette. One named hit singer with 1985 Smooth Operator. How did you pronounce it? Sade. That's strange. Sade. Spelling B, and then paper with the answers is the key. Awesome. All right, and then we'll play today's Wordle. And just as a general rule, even though the chat is hot, I will not look at the chat. I love to sort of like struggle through it myself. I feel like I'm growing my brain. I'm going to live longer and, overcome Alzheimer's one day because I've done the puzzles. But yeah, if you're screaming the answer to me because you've already done it, sorry, I'm not going to look at it. So if you haven't done it yet, let's do it together. The way I think of it is the first 3 guesses, I don't guess any of the same letters. That would be inefficient, right? So I guess a word, any 5-letter word, and then with that, I take those 5 letters and I have to use the rest of the letters to make another word. I call them non-intersecting words. Even though I get one, maybe in the yellow or even the green, I'm still not going to guess unless I really know it, right? Unless it's just blaringly obvious, which has happened before. I've never got it on the first. I don't think I've ever got it on the second either, but I have gotten it on the third a couple times because I had all 5 letters by the time I was there. But let's start out with, I don't know. How about, whoops, burnt. Okay, there's an R and there's a T. And then with the remaining letters, let's come up with, I don't know, ploys. Oh, look at that. There's an O in the middle. Cool. Cool. All right, and then a third non-intersecting word. Let's see if we can pull out another non-intersecting word. Here's one. Hiked. H-I-K-E-D. Yeah, I haven't used any of those letters yet. All right, so let's see if that's any help. No, it's not. No help at all. Okay, so can I dive in and guess using just this? We know that there's an R in here. What's another? Oh, we haven't guessed the A. So there could be an A. And where the O is in the middle, I wonder if it's like A. Oh, RN does go together, like at the end of a word. You know, like adorn. But we've already guessed the D, so it can't be that. Wait a minute. There is a word. Acorn. I mean, I have no objection to that. Maybe we guess it. No. Okay, but the N is at the end. That's good to know. Acorn. All right, so knowing that, that means the R has to either be at the beginning, you know, or it goes with another consonant. That almost looks like wrong, but it's not because the N is at the end. It's tough when I only have 4 letters. Or 3. I only have 3 letters. The O is in the middle. Okay, could it possibly be a double O, right? O. Oh wait, GN sometimes is a way to end a word. Okay, what if it started with the R? Then what? I mean, R consonant? Gross, that's not a thing. I feel like in all of these, I'm creating words that I'm like, oh, that looks like a word, but it's not quite a word. You know? Okay, what letters go with R? So it's consonant R, right? Let's say like FR or GR, W-R. Oh, wait. That is a word. Frown. Hold on. F-R-O and then a W. Oh, let's try it. I bet it's... Oh my gosh, we're so close. Oh. Okay, now we have to be real careful because either we get it or we don't get it. I'm thinking it's probably grown. Grown. Are any of these other letters Marone, Vrone? No, it's grown. It's got to be grown. Okay. Ooh. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Thanks for, like I said, I don't look at the chat while I'm playing the Wordle. It's just one of those ones I love to productively struggle through. So even if you're, saying the answer to me, I appreciate that. Yusef, IQ of 10. Oh, does that mean my that I just grew my IQ by 10? I appreciate that. Thank you. Dragon Puppets, how you doing? Good to see you. Yeah. So I have a win streak of 100. Is this the best way to do it? Is it the most efficient? I don't know. But does it get the job done for me every single time? 100%. Every single time. I've got a great streak, too. I've been doing this for 96 days in a row. That's awesome. Okay, so the first thing I do is I just start with any old 5-letter word. I don't have like a go-to word every time. And then I come up with 2 other, I call them non-intersecting words. Do other people do it this way? I'm sure. I don't know. I put the horse blinders on and just do it my way. Then brute force it, I guess. So there's burnt, and that gave us the R and the N. And then I tried a non-intersecting word, ploys, with an O. And then another third non-intersecting word that didn't use any of those letters was hiked. And that was no help. But, there's only 26 letters, so process of elimination, it did help. And then with that, I've got an R, an O, and then the O in the middle, and then an N. So I tried acorn. And that did not help, but it did tell us that there was no other vowel unless it was a double O, and then an N at the end. So I'm thinking, okay, if it's like an R at the beginning, then like R what? R-O-O? That doesn't, there's not any words that do that with an N on the end. So I thought, okay, what if it's like a F-R? There's only so many letters, right? T-R, F-R. And then I tried frown, and it was not frown. And then it was grown. My brain has grown. And as Yusef just pointed out, my IQ has grown by 10 points today. So thank you for that. Awesome. So the Strands puzzle, if you've never played the Strands, think of it like a word search, except they don't give you the answers. And it doesn't just go left and right, up and down. The answers can snake around. Well, how do you know what words it is? They give you a theme. And usually the theme is pretty loose. It's not exact. It's maybe a joke. It's a gimmick. Like, she's got game. What does that mean? She's got game. Maybe this is about women's sports. It's about the WNBA. I don't know. We're going to have to dive in and see what we can find. Yeah, I saw that too. Sombre rally. I think I know what's going on. Okay, you're going to have to help me out because I don't know these. I believe she's got game. I think these are WNBA teams. And I don't follow the WNBA. I don't even follow the NBA. So this may be a little tricky. If you know these, shout them out. Wings. Oh, here, wing. Wings. Okay. Storm, wings. Yeah, I am just not a part of sports. I broadcast sports, which is so funny, it's like that's what I do at the school. I teach TV broadcast as one of the things that I teach. So I follow our high school's sports, but I'm not out there, looking at any other sport. The WNBA, the NBA. Storm, Wings, like the Red Wings. I don't know. I just don't even know. Oh, ball. I see ball. I wonder. So we found the spangram, basketball. And 3 out of 8. So that means there are 5 left. Really? 5 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe somewhere in that area. What is this X doing here? McCurry. I just see the word curry there. That's not an answer. So if it's 5, I bet there's 3 on this side, 2 on this side. Dream. The Dream Team. Fever. Are these WNBA teams? The Fever? Or are we having a fever dream? Maybe it's a fever dream. There's no other vowels over here. Like, what is this X doing here? Surrounded by T, R. Extreme, but spelled wrong. Extralin. That sounds like medication or something. Take all day long-lasting Extralin. Yericum. That sounds like an herb. Yericum. All right, there's 3 left. They're somewhere in here. Bloody. Trellinks. I keep making up all these fake prescription names. Trellinks. I don't know. Mile. I do see the word mile, huh? MILLE. Not mile. We can use the hint. I usually don't use the hint, but on Saturdays the puzzles are a lot more challenging. And I don't know the WNBA very well, so that's on me. I can almost spell the word bicycle there. The RR, I feel like the RR goes together. Curry. I don't know. Let's use a hint. The Lynx. Good heavens. Lynx. Citer. Blurt. I don't know, man. This is tough. This is really challenging. We do have another hint. We've earned another hint. Hey, Giddy, how you doing? Man. Do you know, Giddy, do you know WNBA teams? I couldn't even tell you any of these. These are all news to me. I'm just finding words, finding letters that make words together. All right, maybe we use the hint. All right, this cluster of letters somehow makes a word. Oh, wait a minute. Liberty. The Liberty. Okay, and then we see... Ruckmarie. Oh, thank you. Kermie. I feel like the R's go together. Well, spelling the word Mary right there, we did earn a hint, but that doesn't help us because it's these letters. We know it's these letters. We already know. Oh, wait a minute. Mercury. Yeah. Oh, funny. You and I came up with it at the same time. That was so great. I came up with it. I saw the chat moving in the corner, and I was like, oh, wait, Mercury works. And I look over, and Insmall's saying the same thing. That's so funny. Mercury. Well, all of these are new to me. I don't watch the WNBA. I hardly watch the NBA, let alone, you know, the women's NBA. So, I don't know. She's Got Game. Basketball. Right, these are WNBA teams. Storm, Fever, Dream. What do you mean? The Dream Team? Thank you. Wings. Lynx. I was like, why is there an X by itself? That's so strange. That was like extra or something. Lynx. Liberty. And Mercury. Well, now we know. Now we know what that's all about. All right, today's letter box. Let's dive in. Looks like we have to solve in 4 words today. If you've never played letterbox before, we have to span across and try and use all 12 letters here. We can't use 2 letters one after the other on the same side, and one letter links over to the next word. So like if your first word ends with a G, then you have to start the next word with a G. 4 words typically means that it's easier letters, right? If I had to do it in 6 words, then it would be harder letters, and I have to just scrap together to make that happen. 4 words. Let's see. I see an H, U, and P, I, E, R, Y, A, and S, G, L, and F. I did want to remind you, too, if you like what you see, hit the like button and consider subscribing. We do this every day. Right when I get home from work, which I teach at a school, so right when school ends, I come home, I do a puzzle with you guys. All 5 of these puzzles. You can see I do connections, mini crossword, the Wordle, the Strands, and the letterboxed. But if you like what you see, if you subscribe, I'll come up right in your feed every day. You can watch these puzzles. So. Yeah, thank you. So sometimes it's just down to process of elimination, right? Okay, so let's see. With the H, what could go with H? Is GH, I guess. SH. Like... yikes, I can't do an E because R and E are on the same side. I was going to say share. Share. Do FR words. Remember we did frown during the other puzzle, the Wordle. Yeah, we could say sharp. That's a good one. What are the vowels? We got a U, an I, an E, and an A. Okay, there's no O in the puzzle. There's no S in the puzzle. There's no T. We do have an L. Sometimes you link L's together. And we can't do ER. That's tricky if you can't do ER words. I was just seeing if I could do something bigger like sharper, sharpen. Sharps. That's not how you spell that. Okay, we could start with sharp. And then we could go... We can't do PH. Sometimes you can do PH, but P and H are on the same side today. There's one. Plague. Plague. Sharp plague. And now we're on the E. I wish I could double letters, right? Effort or something. EFF. Okay, here's my idea. Because I just need the F and the I, and I could make a word that goes at the beginning of this puzzle, but that means I'll have to wipe the whole slate clean, right? I could play figs at the beginning, but then that means sharp. Plague. And what was the other? I to finish it off. Okay. All right, so I'm going to drain the swamp, and then we'll go F-I-G-S. Figs. And then S-H-A-R-P. Sharp. And then what was the next one? Oh, I came up with plague. P-L-A-G-U-E. Can I just put a Y on the end? Plaguey. No way! That's a word? Oh my gosh. Oh, that's too funny. See, what I love about this puzzle is that there are so many possible answers, right? Is there a most efficient way to solve it? I'm sure there's a most efficient way to solve it. In fact, it tells you the next day how you could have solved it the most efficiently. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Okay, here, look at this. So I had EYE at the end, right? Because it was going to end in an E. And I was like, all right, I wonder if you can just try that, right? Plaguey. There's no harm in guessing words, right? If it's not a word, it tells you it's not a word. And so I just tried to put the Y at the end just to add it to the end anyway. And apparently plaguey is a word. Oh my gosh. How you feeling today? Well, I'm feeling a little plaguey today. Oh my gosh. That's so funny. Okay, so we got figs, and the S led us to sharp, and the P led us to plaguey. Oh, I didn't know that was a word. Apparently it is. Plaguey. How are you feeling today? You feeling under the weather? Yeah, I'm feeling a little plaguey. I love that. Have I got a favorite joke? Oh, I don't know. Life is a joke. I don't know. Plaguey. I'm still getting over that one. That's too funny. Plaguey. All right. I'm having to reorganize my desk a little bit. Stuff flying around. Okay, so let's go to the connections. We'll just recap all the puzzles we did. If you like what you saw today, give it a like and consider subscribing. We do this every day. In the weekends, we do it early in the morning like this. And then on the weekdays, I just do it right when I get home from work. And during the summer, I'll be able to do it in the morning because school will be over. I'm super excited about that. All right, let's see. Connections puzzle. Graduated instruments. I see beaker, protractor, ruler, and syringe, right? Things that have markings on them to say how much is in a measurement. Member of a kingdom in taxonomy. The four major kingdoms. There's the animal kingdom, the bacteria, the fungus, and the plant kingdom. Kinds of penguins. Now this one threw me off. I have never heard of a chin-strapped penguin or a macaroni penguin. I didn't know that's what it was called. The ones with like the frillies. I actually have a picture of it right here. This is a macaroni penguin. This is a chin-strap penguin. How adorable is that? With a little line underneath. That's super cute. I've never seen those before. But that was the blue category, and that's what threw me for a loop in this puzzle today. Chin-strap penguin, emperor penguin, which everyone's seen before. The king penguin, which, I don't know, have I heard of a king penguin? I don't know. I've heard of king salmon. Oh, king salmon, delicious. And then macaroni penguin, apparently. That was news to me. And then things. I suppose I could have gotten this one, right? It's more complex, but less intuitive, The purple is the less intuitive answers. Things, e-commerce, email, e-scooter, and e-signature. And sadly, we did not get it today. I had to use up all my guesses, and we still didn't get it. So I lost my streak, dang it. But you know what? Can't always get it. That's all right. I need to push that button. There we go. Now I push that button. All right. So let's start at the top there. Link in bio. Promotional catchphrase on social media. Here we're doing the mini, I should have said. The mini crossword. Love it. They're ground in a coffee grinder. Beans. Coffee beans. Coffee. Bike riders' headwear. Helmets. Hopefully they're wearing helmets. Variety of tomato whose name is also a meat. Beefsteak. Oh, man. They are so good, too. Just a big, juicy tomato with a lot of meat to it. You can literally put that on a slice of bread with a little mayonnaise, and that itself, salt and pepper, that itself is a sandwich. No meat required. Beefsteak tomato, delicious. Shoe spec that describes this puzzle. Extra wide. This is an extra wide puzzle today. Cha-ching, nothing to it. Easy money. Church spot where bats hang out. The belfry. Bats in the Belfry. The first 3 words of Green Eggs and Ham, straight from the narrator. I am Sam. Sam I am. I don't have donations enabled. I don't know if you can believe it or not, but I'm not monetized. I am super close to monetized, but the watch hours is what's doing it. So I have plenty of subscribers, as you can see there. But in terms of watch hours, I would love just if you all could watch, I don't know, what would it be? If you all could watch 100 hours of my videos. Everyone here, watch 100 hours of my videos. Or tell your friends all about my videos, right? Hey, do you play puzzles? Or you should watch this guy's videos. And then I have, 4,000 people on my streams. And then, in a matter of 3 or 4 streams, we'd have, I would be monetized. No, I don't have donations enabled because I'm not quite on the partner program yet. I'm on my way. I did a little calculating. I asked my good friend ChatGPT to calculate it for me, like at what point, at my current rate, at what point will I monetize? And if all goes well, I will monetize by the end of the year. I think it's like Christmas, right around Christmas actually, that I will monetize, which would be awesome. That would be super cool. But just right now, the way it stands, I am not in the YouTube partner program. I would love to be one day. I would love to be. So, oh, you'd be my first donation, Kitty. Thank you. My goodness. See, it's so good to have friends like you around. That's so fun. That makes me happy. Boxing punch combo. 1-2 punch. Purple slices in a salad. Yum. Beets. Oh, I love fun things you can add to salads. I love sprouts in a salad. I actually put sprouts on a sandwich last night. It was delicious. You can actually grow your own sprouts, right? Microgreens. You just get the seeds, and there's like a special container. You have them soaking and all that, and then they sprout, and you put them on a sandwich, and they're delicious. Yeah, beets. Oktoberfest glass, a Stein. Prefix with decimal in coding. Hexadecimal. Hexadecimal is the codes. Oh, shoot. Lipo, you had tonsillitis. Oh, that's terrible. Sorry to hear that. Prefix of coding. Hexadecimal. Hexadecimal is a code, is a set of numbers from 0 through F. Yes, F is a number. They use it for all sorts of different things. One named hit singer with 1985 Smooth Operator, Sade. And it's spelled Sade, but she pronounces it Sade. Cool. I learned something new there. Spelling bee, and then the paper with the answers is the key. Oh, it was COVID. Oh, I see. Got it. The other way around. Dang, that's not fun. It's all over the world, man. Not fun. I've got people, watching everywhere from Turkey to Yemen to India to Venezuela to everywhere. And everybody's got a COVID story, don't they? It's just terrible. All right. So today in the Wordle, we had to use up all 6 guesses, but we did it, right? Checking our stats here. Sometimes I have to do it to the bitter end, and that's how it ended up today. But it's still a 100% win ratio, which is awesome. Okay, so I started off with the word burnt. And then burnt, the R and the N. I did a non-intersecting word with that one. I tried ploys, and that gave me the O in the middle. Cool. How lucky is that? And then I tried hiked, which is a third non-intersecting word, and that wasn't any help, but that's okay. It tells you, what you don't have. Process of elimination, right? But how cool that even though you're like quarantined and all that and sick on your sickness there, we can still hang out and do puzzles together, right? All right, so I took all these letters. I've got the R, the N, and the O. Knowing that the O was in the middle there, I thought, okay, what about acorn? And acorn was kind of helpful because it told me that the N was at the end. And then I thought, okay, what else would it be? Maybe it's like blank R, like what letters go with R? And I thought, oh, well, there's like, throne, or I don't know, prone. What goes with, R, consonant R? So frown or groan. And today it was groan. If I had guessed groan before frown, then I would have grown. And then somebody... what was it before? Somebody said, oh, IQ of 10. Thanks, Youssef, for what he meant to say, not IQ of 10, but by doing this puzzle so smartly, then my IQ grew by 10 points. Grown. It's grown by 10 points. Awesome. Okay, and then the Strands was dang near impossible today. Why? Because I don't know anything about the WNBA. You can see the spangram in the middle there. It says basketball. And let's see. She's got game. So these are WNBA teams. The Storm, Mercury, Liberty, Lynx, Dream. The Dream Team. It's literally just called the Dream Team. Wings, Fever. I don't know, Lightbow, you're talking about the fever you have, right? Fever. And Storm. That was a tricky one. Definitely a tricky one. Okay, oh, and did we look up? I don't think we looked up how yesterday's puzzle was done. So it was Mochi and Inquisitive. I think I started with the Q just to get rid of the Q. And I think I had Quotient. Quotient, which is a great word, but that's not how the algorithm solved it, so that's okay. Yeah, cool. So today's puzzle, we did figs, and the S led to sharp, and then the P, I said, this is one of those puzzles we reverse engineered. I started with sharp, plague, and EYE, and I thought, I'll have to erase all of this, so I did figs, and then sharp, and then plague, and I was like, okay, if I type in the word EYE, then, that'll be 4 words. I wonder if plaguey is a word. It doesn't cost you anything to just try another word or try another letter and see if it fits. And it was. Apparently, plaguey is a word. So, Lightbow, how are you feeling today? You're feeling plaguey. You have a plague upon you. So I'm so sorry. I hope you get feeling better soon. Oh, man. Well, yeah, this was a great one. We were done in about an hour as usual, huh? Plaguey. Oh, boy. Well, good. I always love it when I'm doing these puzzles and they, reflect my life. Like the day that I got this foster animal and we named him Sunny, literally the very next day, the puzzle answer in the Wordle was Sunny. And I was like, wow, that lines up. It's just so perfect. It was like serendipitous. And then Lightbow comes on and says, she's feeling sick. She's feeling plaguey. And that's how the word was, how we finished off. Oh, boy. All right. Well, we do this every day. If you like what you see, yeah, it's a very nice name. He's a sweet, sweet dog. He's very sweet. We still have him, too. It's longer term than we thought we were going to have him. But he's just, loving on our family. And he's good for us and we're good for him. So we kept him. So is it temporary? I don't know if it's still going to be temporary. We'll see where it's at. But yeah, we're under the mindset right now that he's temporary. He's absolute, welcome, loving. We love on him and stuff, but definitely still a foster animal. So we have the option to keep him, but we're keeping him for a lot longer than I was anticipating. But now he's just part of the family. So how do you get rid of that? That's a whole thing. You guys are awesome. Thanks for a great stream. Thanks for a fun chat. And Lightbow, I hope you get feeling better and that you can find a pet you're not allergic to. That would be great. You guys are awesome, and I will catch you on the next one. See ya.